Yo, what it do? Welcome back. It's been a minute since I've been live, actually. Huge dollar. There's some people in the house, as you can see. My boy, you want to introduce yourself?
Yo, they call me Tahoe in the morning. It's my first time on the podcast.
Shout out to my boy Tahoe, aka Kendall, my homie, the owner of Tonso of Maine, owner of the In District Grooming Company. Nala is going nuts right now. She's not used to being around people. All she wants to do is investigate. So my apologies if she's barking in the background. But we are here. We got the Migos in hand. Cheers, my brother. Damn, bro. My baby's
supposed to bring me back to Las Vegas.
Good times. But yeah, so I wanted to introduce something new to the stream. Something that, is a little different from, watching me play games and stuff like that. To kind of get a little insight on, the people around me that, I care about and people that are interesting to me. So, first guy we're bringing on stream, one of many. So, no pressure here, sir.
Yeah.
No pressure whatsoever, my brother. But Kendall and I go back, it'll be 20 years in about 2 years, so 18 years now. Wow, time flies, bro. That's a fact. That's a fact. But I want to give Kendall the floor a little bit so he can tell you a little bit about himself, and we'll start sharing our shenanigans and you know old stories and whatever else without incriminating ourselves.
Well, my name is Tahoeinthemorninggg. Government name is Kendall Lance. Originally from Hartford, Connecticut, by the way to Orlando, Florida. I think I said that right. But I've been living in Florida for about 22 years now.
He's a Florida boy now.
That's what they all say. I've embraced the Florida lifestyle. Definitely. See, I got my shades on inside the house.
Right.
But no, hands down, I'm an entrepreneur, man. That's one thing about me. I am a serial entrepreneur. I love building businesses from the ground up. Everything is self-made. That's the way I believe. From an early upbringing, from being a candy man at school, just to
you're the one slinging like
I was
Mike and Ike's and all that
to
stuff.
go to BJ's wholesale club, grab boxes of Hershey bars. Then I realized chocolate is gonna melt.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is get the candy that won't melt. So I switched and got
Fruity
Skittles,
candy,
Starburst, all that other stuff. We're selling them $1 out the box, man. 36 pack, making $36 off of each box that I was buying for $6, $7 at the time.
That's crazy.
Entrepreneurial mindset at an early age. So moving forward, started with Tahoeinthemorninggg, Maine in 2018. Was a barber. I'm a barber, and I seen a niche in the market, not necessarily just hair products alone, men's grooming. Seen people started, growing their beards out. I seen people started growing their hair.
Time out. I don't mean to cut you off, but you're skipping like the grind, the hustle, the starting from the bottom. Now we're here. You're missing all that in between, bro. There's a whole lot of stories.
No, there is definitely a whole lot in between there. It's actually going to be coming out on a book soon. I'm actually writing. Come on, chill out.
Excuse me, my bad.
I'm writing a book soon. It's called The Power of Hustle, and it does start from an early age with the candy story, actually. And just being around and growing up around people that literally was hustlers. I have brothers, I have family members, cousins, aunts, uncles. Everybody had a side hustle, whether their job was what it was. And I seen that growing up. So when you're exposed to, something at an early age, it's like the association breeds similarity mindset.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know that. But think of it. If you associate yourself with a certain type of people, more than likely similarities are going to come about from it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from that moment on, from a little kid up until a grown adult going into Tahoeinthemorninggg, Maine, there are many different steps, and I think that's what a lot of people fail to realize is nowadays with like social media and things along those lines is the process. People don't embrace the process. I love gospel. I was saying, you and I talk about this since we were kids or whatever. Nobody's gonna outwork me.
Yeah,
it's just as simple as that. Nobody's gonna. I'll figure it out, but nobody's gonna outwork me. You're not gonna outwork me at all because I know what I'm bringing to the table before we even have the conversation. I'm waking up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, getting the grind on. I'm in the gym every morning by 6:30. Most people still sleep.
Me.
5 days a week. 5 days a week, minimum. And then on the 2 days on the rest days, I'm still resting actively. Yeah. But it started 2018 with Tahoeinthemorninggg. That was the thing for me. It was a pivotal moment because around 2015, that's where I decided to become a licensed barber and worked at a bunch of dead-end jobs. But I've always knew I had the entrepreneurial mindset and spirit inside. I was working at a job one day. I'm not going to say the name, but it was a resort. And I'm in my office. I was a supervisor and all this office desk, 2 computer screens, managed about 5 or 6 people. I was happy. Well, I wasn't happy. I was content because the money was good.
Right.
We traveled, all that other stuff. But one day I just was like, I can't do this anymore. So what do I need to do in order to get myself not only in a state of happiness, but truthfully, like, just whole. I was missing something. I pen and paper, wrote down a bunch of different careers. What can I do? And I honestly, it was 9 month to 1 year programs. So I said, I already cut hair literally since 11, 12 years old. In high school, was cutting my friend's hair on the bathroom toilet at my mom's house, to where my mom literally was like, if you cutting people hair, you need to clean up the mess. And it was, one of those things to where it was never cultivated, but it definitely wasn't shown. So now, 26 years old, I mean, around this time, 2015, I said to myself, I need to do something different to make myself whole. And that's where Tahoeinthemorninggg started. So once I went to barber school, I seen the need for men's grooming versus just men's hair products.
Right.
Everybody has men's hair products. Everybody has, some type of formulation of where they can, have a beard oil. That's the, miracle beard oil. But for me, it was more of what is the grooming aspect? How can, the modern man not only afford this, but feel like they want to go and, do things after in the sense of a prestige feeling, I guess. And that's what Tahoeinthemorninggg was born with. So we started off with the beard oil. I was literally in the kitchen mixing different types of oils together, carrier oils, fragrance oils, essential oils, these things where it's how I get the perfect blend. And once I got it, I took it and ran with it. And then that turned into different things like molding cream, which is a medium hold matte finish. Grooming clay is a strong hold matte finish. Deluxe pomade is also
I hope y'all taking notes.
Yeah, because it is what it is. A stronghold high shine as well. So, and it is a diverse product too. It's not geared towards one specific person. And I say one specific person due to the fact of, ethnicity. Anybody can use it. And that's where a lot of people like to market to a certain demographic. And I mean, I understand, but why not have a product where everybody can use?
You don't want to pigeonhole yourself.
I think that's what a lot of people do. But we'll have conversations about that.
Yeah.
But it started with that, and then that's where it, it's a ripple effect. So going to different conventions, going to different places, just being a barber for a few years, I've seen that I love what I do for a living, and I never once ever complained about it. So I don't want to say forced me into opening up a barbershop, but I did have a plan at the beginning of the first 5 years of me being a barber. I wanted to open up a barbershop, but I didn't want to wait 20 years telling war stories for 20 years about when the best barber of Orlando did this, blah, 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 because that didn't interest me. It interests me in the entrepreneurial mindset of what's the next step.
And I'll stop you there. What I can tell you, just to validate that story, right, is that Kendall's my barber, right? So he cuts my hair, does my beard, all that good stuff. I use his products. I got the shirt, rep, and all that, right? So Kendall, I've obviously 18 years been through the whole entire process with him, like from the denim jobs to I think I'm gonna go to school, cut hair. In school cutting hair, like going to him there and getting haircuts there, and then seeing him reach his first barbershop, and then him talking about, when I tell you, like, he talked about owning his own shop from like the very first day he started in barber school, like that was his goal. And we talk about it every single time we get a haircut, like every single time. Not to throw like any like things out there or anything like that, but I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to the cosmetology field. So anytime that we would sit down, like that's all we would talk about, like him getting the barbershop, what he needs to do, like him actually wanting to open up a school himself also, and giving him like some good knowledge and advice in regards to that. But this guy, when I tell you, like, is that guy when it comes to like, when I say something, I'm going to do it, it is him. And I'm super proud of you. I just wanted to say that if I hadn't said it before. I know I've said it a couple of times, but super proud of you and what you accomplished, where you came from, and it's only up from here, dog. So I just wanted to slide that in there before you gotta get your flowers. You know what I mean?
That's why I keep the shades. Right? My eyes start sweating.
Stop,
I
bro.
came out of nowhere.
Stop,
I'm like,
Stop.
and I appreciate it 100%, hands down, and absolutely right. Like, before I was a barber, it was that conversation of what do you think I should do, or how do you think I should go about it? Give me some insight, because it's a not knowing aspect. I tell a lot of people, and you only are as good as the weakest link in your circle.
Yep.
I believe in that 100%, and I think total tangent here. A lot of people need to realize that you have to audit your circle. If you don't audit your circle, you're literally never going to evolve.
Yes.
So if you have a person that is doing absolutely nothing with their life, and you wonder why you're stuck in a rut, is because chances are people in your circle aren't doing anything. So you want to be labeled as the, oh, you know, this guy, he thinks he's better than this, that, or whatever. Yes, I'll be labeled as that guy. You know why? Because I don't want to be stuck in the same position I was 5 years ago.
Right.
And I say that wholeheartedly because, again, you know, if I say I'm going to do it, it's only a matter of time.
Right.
Only a matter of time.
So,
and closest people know that they get play-by-play update.
I didn't know about the book though. So this.
See what happened was, right? This happened like literally 10 minutes. No, I'm just joking. No, that actually is in the works. And it was going to be a different route. But then I read a book recently. Actually, I read it during COVID time. It's called The Rich Barber by Chuka. And COVID, quarantine, had nothing but time to breathe and do whatever on my hands. And it put me in a mindset and a perspective of that I'm not the only person going through these same exact things. And I think a lot of people, that's their downfall. They feel as though they're the only one. When in all honesty, there are how many billions of people in the world? Trust me, there's somebody else going along with the same. They are having the same, ups and downs. And I think a lot of people, just in general, when it goes to the entrepreneurial mindset, it's the first thing is they're scared. They're scared. And I read a book recently. It's actually called Chase the Lion by Matt Batterson. All these people are not getting into affiliation about it. But you said the dream isn't too big. It should scare you or something. I'm paraphrasing it, but I stand by that. If your dream doesn't scare you, it's too small. Like, you literally should be like, holy shit, this can possibly be the biggest thing of my life. And if that doesn't make you nervous in any kind of way, you're doing the wrong thing.
Right.
Because day one for me, I talked about on the barbershop every time we've had a conversation. I'm talking about other things, but literally it goes into that, or some type of way we'll speak on it because it's a question that comes up or whatever the case is. But day one, I turned the first barbershop around in 3 days?
Yeah.
Bought it 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. On the third day, we were open.
When I tell you, no offense to anybody, right? When I tell you it looked like a traditional Dominican/Puerto Rican barbershop, like, that's what it looked like. Flags everywhere, all white, wrong lighting, all mismatched, like aprons and all that. And when I tell you, this man turned it into men's grooming / spa experience in 3 days. This man was in there literally 24 hours a day, like in there trying to turn this thing around, and he did. Obviously everything's still a work in progress, so he's still all like making changes, like you just updated the floors in there. Like it looks really good.
Improvement, I think of it from this standpoint. So I tell a lot of guys in the shop, I say, what you gotta understand is we're not constantly evolving, we're stagnant. If we're stagnant, what are we doing? Why are we stagnant? That's a life lesson for myself that I take into consideration with anything. And I tell my son the same thing. I say it makes no sense for you to be stagnant in life. What are you doing? Why aren't you progressing? What is holding you back? What is that disconnect that isn't getting you to the next level? You know what I mean? So, and a lot of people just don't know what that is. And that's perfectly fine if they don't know what it is. But it's just one of those things to where it's like, okay, well, how do we get there? That's the figuring out process. That's the part of the journey that I love. A lot of people just don't appreciate the steps that people say or do right now.
Right. Man, so when I tell you, like, I dropped the website in the chat, so you guys can take a look at his shop. If you're in the area and you need a haircut, go ahead and book yourself an appointment. You can do it all right there through the app, and you can also take a little look into what the shop looks like, so you can see like what we're talking about is actually factual. But so tell me about like your transition from like when did it like click to you like, hey, I really need to make a move and get into my own shop? Because obviously people are partial, especially like barbers, anybody that does a trade, like people are partial to the first company or shop that takes you in and basically you so you can grow and grow your clientele. So what was that breaking point? All right, I need to make a move and I need to make it now.
I believe in everything is a learning lesson. So you got good learning lessons and bad learning lessons. Come from associates, acquaintances, used to fit. What I can say to that is I've only worked in 2 shops, but prior to opening up my
Forgot about a pop gun.
so yeah, pop cut, that's a whole different conversation because that was where I learned a lot in a short amount of time. And it was from a different standpoint and different perspective than Oviedo. And so with Oviedo, I took from that learning lessons wise of do's and don'ts. Now, I tell people a lot, and it's no shade on anybody. It's just what it is. There's a reason why District Grooming Company has best barbershop in Oviedo for 2022 and 2023.
In your first year, dog.
There's a reason why District Grooming Company has the best barbershop for 2022 and 23. It's only been open since 2020, August 3rd, 2021.
So not even the full 2021. So he got that award literally in his first year.
So I take that as learning lessons, the do's and don'ts from both shops, Pocket and Oviedo. And those 2 learning lessons that I take is customer service. Customer service is a lost part all around. It's just as simple as that. It's a lost art all around. And as well as if you have to hold yourself to a standard and have structure with that standard. I come from Hartford, Connecticut. I love the city where I come from. 100%. A lot of people in general and a lot of businesses in general don't believe that if you come from poverty, you can be successful. So I say that wholeheartedly because it encompasses everything of what District Company stands for. Meaning, I come from that. Why would I want to stay there? This has always been my mentality. I know I can eat caviar and have steak dinners at Ruth Chris every day, but I still stay humble. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. And it's just one of those things for me. It's just like, if you don't have structure, what are you doing? If you don't have the learning lessons from whatever it is that you've been through, continuously doing the same thing over and over again, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So now it's exactly. So we've had this conversation between you and I, and it's one of those things for me. It's just like I don't understand that because I'm always moving forward. I might have a hiccup, but how can I move forward? I don't look at it as an obstacle. I don't, you know me, I don't like the word no. And I posted this on my Instagram recently. I said, I don't like the word no because for me, no is like what? But then I do embrace the word no because I think we're for the next opportunity. So if I hear no, what is the next opportunity that I'm going to get to? And I think that's where the learning lessons that I've had from being at 2 other shops are what do I want to do with my shop and what don't I want to do with my shop. So if I have to, have a structured plan and stick to the plan, none of my barbers in the shop right now can ever say I'm deviating because they literally see me live it every day. I hold myself to that standard as well as I hold every single one of them to that standard. And just conversations with them or whatever, they ask why a lot, and I tell them because this is what makes sense. Now, does things get, revised, yeah, 100%. But you take it with a grain of salt at that point in time. It's not something that you change the whole system. And why? This is why the Patriots were so good for so long. Yep, I said it.
You see what it is. You see what it is.
I'm not, denying the fact that, I'll always say it 100%. I see what this is. But the system for the Patriots worked, especially when Brady was in.
It did.
It worked, and that's where a lot of people don't understand that if you have a system that actually works, it works. And if you don't have a system, learning lessons from other, places, it's mass pandemonium, and nobody can get upset besides the people that quote unquote created it. And I don't like mass pandemonium.
Right, it's never good when it comes to business. Speaking of mass pandemonium, I want to take it back a little bit because you said something that's from my interest. COVID was mass pandemonium. And I know there was certain regulations that prevented people in the service industry from conducting business. So, without incriminating yourself, sir, how did you manage to navigate through COVID in order to, still make a living?
I took a 2-week vacation, and then I did Postmates with a mask.
Wow.
So I'll leave it at that.
Understood.
Leave it at that. And I did Postmates until the world opened back up. Thank God I have grateful clients. I will say that, and I'm grateful of my clients because that allowed me to do the Postmates as well as, just take my 2-week vacation. The first 2 weeks, I literally sat back and relaxed. That's when I read the book. I read actually like 3 books that whole time. But I took a 2-week vacation and did Postmates.
Why not?
And I only did Postmates because when they said we can move between certain times, I said, I guess I can get out the house now.
Man, that was so crazy. Like, all of you pretty much have lived with COVID. So I have babies on. But like that was a scary time. Like you didn't know how you could contract it, how it would affect you, because it affected everybody differently. And then on top of that, your job may have either gotten shut down, may have even closed. Like it was just a weird time. So I'm glad you were able to navigate that. That's what's up. So how did Kendall and I meet? Right? Because we talked about his business for a little bit, but where did the friendship come into play? So what was it? 2002 or 1? Was it 3? 2003. That was our sophomore year, correct? Or junior year? My bad. I'm getting old. But yeah, junior year, played football together. That's how we met, through the football team. This kid had a crazy ass fro. Yeah, your fro was crazy.
I couldn't find nobody great at that. This had moved to Orlando.
Shit was big, bro. And then I guess he found a braider, so he would throw it into some cornrows. And he played corner and running back for a little bit. Running back and safety. There we go. But yeah, dude was always dancing, he's still always dancing. It's like I don't when I come in to get my hair cut or whatever, this dude's bopping to something. Charlie Murphy. Have you ever seen that clip? Rest in peace. Have you ever seen that clip of him getting ready for the shoot, and he's just standing still, and they're starting to get ready, and he starts just jigging? You never seen that?
No.
Oh my god, that's exactly what it reminds me of, bro. Because this guy's always on 100% of the time. But you kind of we did summer school, right? So for most of you,
clear that up. I think we did summer school because we wanted to do summer school. It wasn't like we had to do it.
It was only one class. It was geometry. Yeah. It was one class, geometry. Most of you that don't know, I suck at math, legitimate. I think it started in middle school. I just can't get all the rules and everything. Just I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story. Tell everybody a story. Me and math don't get along so much. First day of college, right? 2005 fall. Graduated high school. Valencia College, West Side campus. I walk into my college algebra class. I sit down. The teacher says, "Okay, guys, open your books. Boom, put a problem on it." Boom. I'm sitting there looking, staring. 5 minutes into the class, I close the book, I get up and walk out. I go back to the common area. Homeboy Phil, he said, "Damn, that class is quick." I said, "Yeah, I'm never going back there again." He was like, "Why?" I said, "I have no idea how I even got in this class, bro." That's how much me and math don't get along. And I'm not going to sit there and say I hate it. I will sit there and just say that we don't get along.
Yeah.
So I'm not a math guy. Money, different conversation. I can count money. We can do all that other stuff. When it goes into just the aspect of you're telling me an X equals this and Y equals that, and this is the principle for this because the Y carries over.
And the answer is a letter. Like, come on, dog.
How does that make sense?
Yeah.
How does that make sense? I know there are 26 letters in the alphabet, right? 26 letters.
I was 27.
26. I'm like 95% sure. We're old, bro. We're old.
I know how to spell.
We're exactly correct.
That's all that matters.
There's 26 letters in the alphabet. And you're telling me it equals 72?
Yeah,
How the
make
fuck
it
does
make
X
it make
equal
sense.
72?
Make it make sense, please.
I know it's
And-
I know. Trust me. It
And
sounds
here's the
stupid.
thing.
No, it is, but
In IT and like engineering, I'm pretty sure like you guys use it on a regular basis. But when have you ever, since the time that you left school, used algebra in the sense of where you needed to create or solve an equation? Like where? When?
maybe that's calculus. I was gonna say maybe if you fly in a plane or something.
I've never used it.
But even then, from the pilots that I know, they say punch a couple buttons and take off by itself. So you're telling me like how Sway, you don't have all the answers.
So
You don't have all the answers, Sway.
So I've used it once, maybe a couple times. And you know when that was? When those little math equations pop up on social media and they're like, what's the answer? That's the only time I've used it. The only time. Man. But yeah, so we took geometry class together. I can't even remember if we actually did work. Like it felt like every day we were just in there, just like, yeah, literally. Literally.
It was Coach Daler, I think he was
Yeah.
a teacher.
One of our football coaches.
So I know he gave us a grade. I know we didn't do no work in there, bro. We didn't do no work at all.
Oh my God.
We didn't do anything.
Not a thing.
And the funny part is I actually had him as a geometry teacher for the first time. So that was the second time he had
Oh
him.
Man. No, I had
So
to
he failed me the first time
Oh,
and then
man.
passed the second time.
That's crazy, bro. But yeah, that's where the friendship blossomed. It was me, Dro. Those of you who don't know, Sammy went to school with us. Yes, that's Sammy. Who else? BG was in there. Wasn't Katie Ann in there too? Can't remember anybody else. Yeah.
I'm like, he was actually cool.
She was in there too?
She was in there.
Oh, I thought the geometry class. Yeah.
Yeah, they was in geometry and language.
Most people are like, you know, I don't want to go to summer school like it's lame, but you know, it was
actually kind of fun.
It was
like, it was
not
kind of
gonna lie.
fun.
I mean, I would have been sitting home like just
Oh.
yeah, literally. That's what I would do. But yeah, so went through there. So we only went to high school 2 years.
Because when I moved to Florida, I was interested.
Okay. Gotcha. I could
I
have sworn
moved
it
from
was
the city to the
something.
country, and I was like, bruh, they are riding around trucks jacked up. I've never seen that a day in my life.
Confederate flags.
Blowing in the wind, and I'm like, yo, I only seen this in the movies, bro.
I'm pretty sure the Trump flags now, but you know, I digress.
You know, he's his own. I choose not to speak of it. Political party.
That one. That
You know
one.
what I'm saying? That's vote for me, 2020.
Oh
boy. I see you, boy. Hey, Peanut and Draw, I see you, boy.
What up? What it do? I see you looking what you looking at. What up, bro? But yeah, so we talked about district. We talked about, Tonto and Maine. Parenthood, bro. Got a bit. How's that?
Every other day, I'm going to get 2 weeks. Yes, I said it. 14, and we go eye to eye. I don't even know where you get the hype from, but it is what it is.
He's also here. He gets downstairs.
And he knows it. And he's actually got on here already. And look, you can see it right there.
Oh, okay.
Keyboard and it. Yeah, but no, I love it, man. It's definitely. People say a challenge. I don't see a challenge. I see it, and maybe because I just look at it because I have 2 cool parents myself. But it's more of an understanding for me because I understand him at 14. When I was at 14. Different times, different, things along those lines or whatever. So he's a freshman in high school. And I love it. I'm not gonna lie, low-key love it because I'm just like, damn, this shit is cool as hell. He's doing the same stuff that I'm doing in high school at 14.
Right. Isn't it wild?
Yeah. So it's like, I love it. I don't know what else to say about it. Like, I legitimately love being a dad. And when people say that, like, I'm all for the car pickup line when he was in middle school and stuff like that.
Those car pickup lines are the worst.
Right. I loved it. I was sitting there just like this. I hated it when he made a fight this last year in 8th grade because I'm like, I can't pick you up from school anymore. He's gotta have his freedom. 100%. Now he rides the bus to school or whatever, and I pick him up from football practice. I'm sitting in the car reading a little newspaper or whatever. I love all that stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm cheesy, but I just love the fact of that he is, a 14-year-old boy, and I can relate to him on certain things, and even just conversations with him and stuff like that. It's when we actually having a conversation. I don't want to give him 2 pieces or whatever. It's talking about life stuff and seeing the person that who he is and what he's being shaped into, influences, non-influences, and all this other stuff. It's pretty cool. I love it. I'll admit that 100% 10 times over when anybody asks me, "Oh, how do you feel about this?" I love it because it had this. I wouldn't say challenges, but it's times where they are challenging. Yeah, because of social media, because of other influences and things along those lines. But it's really all about how you raise your kids. Because I'll be honest with you, we grew up in no cell phone or anything, and half the stuff that we were doing is probably illegal as hell right now.
Yeah,
and that's just us doing
the regular stuff.
Maybe, yeah, 100%. Yeah, because it was, I think of it from times where it was a stupid kid stuff for us. Now somebody's recording. Yeah. Now they're in trouble. You know what I mean? So it's it's different, but it's one of those things to where you embrace it, and you move on from it. So, what do you say about that? You know what I mean? Like, where do we go? We have a conversation about it.
Close your door. Parenting.
Maybe he doesn't like it sometimes because I do see him get a little stink face every now and again, but I'm assuming he's greater. I really don't
see. I look at parenting as education. It's growth. Like every single day, you're presented with something different. Like, oh, do I pick this battle today? Do I not? Like, it all depends on the kid and the situation. But I look at it like, hey, you want to give all your kids, you want to give your kids the tools and keys to success, stuff that will actually work, right? And you can't do that because they'll always seek you, and then when you aren't here, you're not available. Then what?
And see, that's for me. It's like I had a conversation with him. He thought it was going to be certain, and I was like, "Oh, this is the fair warning right here, conversation that we're having. There's absolutely no reason why you need to get upset or actually get upset because what? You did something stupid? No.
You can't take it back by getting upset.
Let's not happen again.
Right.
Let it not happen again. You know what I
You didn't
mean?
die.
Yeah, let's let it not happen again.
Right. That's kind of how you have to look at it. If you guys don't have kids, that's how you have to look at it, right? Did you die? Are you in jail? Can I save you from this? And if you know, you can answer two of those with a no and one with a yes. Hopefully, the latter being a yes. Then you kind of like just pick and choose your battles. What do you get angry with? I mean, at the end of the day, this gray didn't get here for no reason, and you know, Kendall can attest to the same thing. I see it, bro. So, you know, it's just like, what do you want to stress yourself about? Like, life is too short, and you gotta enjoy it. Now Nova is like going nuts. So you gotta, you know, enjoy your time with your kids while you got them here, and you know, the longer that you're here, the better it'll be for them. So don't stress yourself out with little stuff. If you can get any kind of message from me, manage your stress. Some things you stress about may not even be that serious. You can wait. So that's what's up, bro. So tell me, you watch college football, bro?
No.
Okay. I'm sure you know about Dion.
Yes.
And what he's doing in Colorado. Wow.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I actually like it.
That's it.
I like it because I've had a conversation with a few people about this, and I said I choose not to do that.
Nah, bro.
I'll wait and see what
Can't
happens.
do that here. We can omit some things,
I'll
but
see what
I
happens.
want to know the real. I want to know like what's on your mind when it comes to it.
I like Deion Sanders. The president. I would vote.
Okay.
People get so upset on the fact that he left Jackson State. I see no wrong. I see no wrong. I understand. I take that back on voting for him for president. If I want to talk about politics, I'm sorry. But definitely, I see no wrong in what he did. It is not him to be the front man for something where he's not the front man. If that makes any sense. I think a lot of people get so upset at that because he didn't want to step into that role as being the front man. He never said that.
Or did he? I mean, because he did come in to an HBCU with the mindset of, hey, I see some things here, we gotta change it because this is not how our historically black colleges should be treated, and especially not how our athletes should be treated. I mean, we saw the whole situation with Ed Reed and Bethune, and the deteriorating state of their facilities and what he claimed he had to do. So we don't know everything to be factual, so I will say what he claimed that he had to do in order for the program to function as it needed to be. And from what we saw, it was not good. And there's long been a sense of like, hey, like we're donating money. Like, where's this money actually going? I'm not seeing like new buildings come up. I'm not seeing new like equipment. I'm not seeing new uniforms. Where's our money going? Right? And there's long been the idea of, hey, our board of directors are, you know, pocketing a good portion of this cash. And I feel like that's what he was alluding to, right? And that's what we all thought, you know? That's always been like the historic notion when it came to HBCUs. Like, hey, presidents and board of directors are taking cash and just giving the school the bare minimum to succeed. And that's why the HBCUs are so far behind. There was a point in time, I mean, for you historians out there, where HBCU like athletics were the creme de la creme. Like, if you wanted to go to the league, play ball, And when I'm talking like back in the day, I'm talking like 40s, 50s, like in the day, um, where all your good athletes came out of an HBCU, like a Walter Payton, a Jesse Owens, so on and so forth. And now, like it's almost like a third option. Like you even probably seek out a community college that has an athletic facility or an athletic program before you seek out an HBCU, and it shouldn't be that way. And I feel like Deion took on the job to get a head coaching job. Yes. Then when he got there, he was like, "Oh no,
I think
not how it should be."
I'll let you ride out on that because I think, and I agree with you on that. And from my knowledge, I believe he used a lot of his own money to help since they build up what they did. So when people get mad at him, I'll say, Frank, why you get mad at him when you know the history of HBCU? Mm-hmm. You know that it is what it is. And they donate money. Where does the money go to? Mm-hmm. Now you have somebody using their own money into this, or putting their own money and play into this, and you can't allocate any funds because it's not coming from the donor's pockets. Yep, it's coming from the coach's pockets. Mm-hmm. Because he sees what is going or what needs to be done. So then he turns around the team and or makes the team better. And when he wants to pull out, y'all say, "Oh, he's a sellout." How is he a sellout if he was pouring in more than the own donors were? Yep. Into the right places on top of it, which is what the students, right? Yep. Uniforms, facilities,
locker rooms, practice facilities,
socks. Come on,
yep.
Bro. Talk to me.
He got the Under Armour.
All of these things that y'all couldn't do. How many years?
Yeah. So
now he's a sellout because he want to go to a place where he feels what his work is more. Yep. So I get it, but at the same time, it makes no sense. Why are you getting upset if this person you don't need to? Like, really, you don't need to. You don't need to get up. You know. That's what.
And I'm just happy for him because not many people know, but the last year that he was at Jackson State, he donated his entire salary to the school so that they can use it for what they need to use it for. And now he's at a PWI that is paying him what he deserves and giving him the clout that he needs to get additional money and letting him be him.
And that's where people get upset at. And for me, it's not even from a wise standpoint. It's just you're at an organization that's letting you be you and letting you run the team the way that you want to run it versus having that's still overhead of. We're not talking about financial overhead. We're talking about the overhead of whoever is the powers that be.
Yep. Let me tell some stats to you because I don't even know if you know this, right? So when he got to Colorado, he had an asking price beyond as far as like what he wanted to be paid his contract. They didn't have the money to pay him. So Deion, like he did at Jackson State, took it upon himself to bring his son with him, do the same things that he did at Jackson State. And that was social media game, showing the ins and outs of the program, being on camera as much as possible, talking to these recruits through YouTube, through IG, through Facebook, through these videos, and bringing in the hype that the school needed to gain the funds to actually, pay him. So they sold out their spring game, which they've never done. And I don't know the numbers behind the amount of money that they generated from that game. And then the season tickets were sold out 3 months before the season started. Average, again, the school that he took over won one game, 1 out of 12 games. So they were 1-11 the year prior to the Young game. They're now 3-0 as of last night. Great game last night. Did you watch it?
I have to say this. Top of the conversation in the barbershop is watching that Colorado game.
Yep.
And I'm like, because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. And now have you ever heard anybody talk about Colorado? I've seen, honestly, maybe about 5 or 6 people in the last 2 days wearing Colorado Buffalo shirts
out here in Florida.
in Florida in support
Never
of
seen it.
Deion. When people say this, I go, oh, okay. But you're calling him a sellout because of what? Oh, okay.
He's making that school cash.
Oh, okay. And he's obviously getting a kickback from it because let's keep it real. The one thing I love about it, he's putting on his sons, 2 sons. Not
Well, actually,
one.
3.
No. 2 sons and a daughter.
Well, 3 sons and a daughter.
3
Because
you know about the third son.
Deion Sanders Jr. is the one that's recording and profiting on it. He's profiting off the YouTube.
They know it.
And they're doing numbers on YouTube.
Yeah. Didn't pay attention to that because I look at the 2 football players and then his daughter, she plays like basketball.
From
They
university.
all go to college.
Yep.
Like, that's, come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on. They got mad at this man because of what?
But they aren't being fed a silver spoon, right? Obviously, they're
They still
profiting
putting
off
in
of
work, bro.
Yeah, they're putting in work. So
And they got the NIL deals and stuff
yep.
for them because it ain't going to Deion.
I think Shador's evaluation is now at like $4.5 million in NIL funds. 4.5 million in college as a junior.
Straight get up.
Exactly.
Even
So
if he don't,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
but the way he's playing,
Yeah.
he may be out of here this year.
No.
Exactly.
They're
Um, But yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, they sold out the season tickets like 3 months prior, and then the tickets last year averaged $127 the number was per game.
$20 ticket before?
$127.
$20 ticket before. And you know, it's like, oh, it's a cheap day thing. Now it's like legitimately people flying out there to go. I'm
Yeah.
so hey, shout out to Colorado, man.
The average ticket sale price this year is $550 per game. Everybody's out there. Did you see the game last night? Like, Offset was out there, Kawhi Leonard, The Rock, Lil Wayne. Yeah.
We need to hit up for we need to set up what you call it. So that way we get to Colorado.
Set up the hotel, the Airbnb, whatever.
You
You
don't
have
have
to
to do all
close
that stuff.
and then catch a game.
Exactly. How to do the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the move right now. Everybody's trying to go to the games. If they keep winning, it's only going to be up from here. But Deion's definitely well worth the money, and he's doing it while being his authentic self and not, selling out to appease, the board of directors and whoever the powers that be are at that team. So, kudos to Deion. Shout out to you guys. Keep doing your thug fizzle. So some crazy shit happened with the weekend, right? I don't even know why I'm smiling because it's really nothing to smile about. But did you hear about the Soldiers of Christ? So it was this group of, I don't know their ethnicity, so to be PC, I'm just gonna say Asian group, 6 of them that basically captured a South Korean woman in Atlanta, and I guess starved her or tortured her or whatever. And she was found in the trunk of a car. Lady when she was found was 70 pounds. Yep, 70 pounds when they found her. Yep. Let me see if I can find the actual article. Yeah, it happened over the weekend. It's absolutely crazy.
I think people are sick of it.
Yeah, it's a cult. So she was abused and murdered, and she was malnourished at the time that she was murdered. So they said the victim was within her 20s or 30s, weighed approximately 70 pounds when she was discovered Tuesday evening in the trunk in a car outside of St. Jude's, whatever. It was Korean spot located in Duluth. Where's Duluth in conjunction to Atlanta?
Say northwest.
Okay.
Or no.
Yeah, it is north. It is north.
Northwest?
Yeah, it just said it right below. 25 miles north of Atlanta. So it says detectives believe the woman moved to the United States from South Korea during the summer of this year for the purpose of joining a religious organization. And so that's probably why she was lured into, them. And they just did whatever they wanted to her. So how it was reported, a family member, again, I said she was in the trunk. A family member of one of the members that were in the religious cult went out to the member's car and opened up the trunk to retrieve something and noticed the body in the trunk of the car, and then immediately called 911.
He was in the cult too.
No, the family member was. But that's just crazy. Yeah,
I'll continue saying it like that because I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. I understand that, and again, I'm gonna keep this as very vague as possible. Like, people have, religions and they worship whoever they worship, and we respect that, right? But sometimes it can go a little overboard, and in this case, I feel like it went a little overboard. So, yeah, I thought we should talk about that a little bit. But now I got some fucked up questions for you, bro. And each book, another shot by all means for my boy. So let me preface this, right? I'm going to answer them too and give you my 2 cents. But you have to answer it. There's no, nope, not going to answer that. You have to answer it. All right. So, first question. Do you drink the pee of your worst enemy while they look you in the eye? Or eat a bowl of your own poop while all of your exes watch you? Drink the pee?
As long as it's cold.
As long as it's cold? Ooh, what is it?
Hey, I'm only drinks I can drink hot song. That's it. Anything else, like I can't drink hot apple juice out.
Oh, good God.
Drink orange juice warm. No, thank you. What else? Drinking Powerade warm is disgusting. Or Gatorade? Nah, I can't do that. I can't even have Gatorade. Or I have to be like ice cold with like 3 ice cubes. If that ever to happen.
3 ice.
I don't think I would ever be in a situation like that.
I need what your pee, sir. 3 ice cubes, please.
Yeah, see, like the square ones, like in a fancy restaurant.
Like the big block of
like it would have to be, I don't know. And I think about that, it would have to be like, water to drink. Because like if it's that thick yellow pee, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like, if you just dehydrated as hell, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yo,
That was wrong with you.
I had that experience the night before.
Oh my gosh. So you just don't drink water at all. We even got water, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You'll be up there looking like Reposado. Like,
Oh
come
my
on,
God.
Nah, come on, that's disgusting. I have kidney failure.
It's hilarious. Now, if any of you watch Bear Grylls, he's done this on numerous occasions. So, although there's something in my pride that doesn't allow me to do that just because it's my worst enemy. I don't feel like I have enemies right now. So
I don't have any enemies. That's what I don't care about that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, worst enemy or in front of a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, little bang bang. And then next thing you know, you over there, you still gonna be known as the doodle boy, no matter what. No matter what, you're gonna be labeled as
Oh
the
my
dude.
god.
Would you rather? Would you are a
Or
grown
Piss Boy?
man?
Piss Boy is better.
I had ice cream.
It's water and piss.
So you don't even know what it really is. How many times have you drank beer alone? Like, you know, beer, and like, oh, it tastes like piss. Laughing and joking. We've heard people say that. So when that comes to that conversation, like, whatever, I would rather it be that than knowing this dude, boy, you eat shit, like you legitimately eat shit. Now you can trip and fall, eat shit, like you legitimately shit in the cup, ate it like ice cream in front of a bunch of people. People, oh, that's your exes, you shouldn't
In
care.
front of all of
I
your
don't give a
exes.
fuck. It's your people. It's people seeing you eat the shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to drink the pee.
Your breath stink like shit now.
True, very true. Very true. I'm gonna have to drink the pee.
I just rationalize this whole thing in my head right now, but I'm like legitimately, no way I'm eating shit. And then you could get sick off of it, like E. coli poisoning and all this other stuff, whatever.
It's all your toxins. Well, the pee's dispelling all your toxins.
100%.
Right?
They say you could drink your pee, I think, at least 2 or 3 times before it actually start fucking with you. From a survival standpoint. Watch a lot of Discovery Channel. Keep going. Next question.
All right. So, question 2: drink a glass full of expired chunky milk, or eat a bowl of moldy strawberries.
Strawberries.
Okay.
Because the milk is fucking.
I feel like the moldy strawberries would get me sick.
I think so too. I'm not going to sit here and say you don't want that. And plus, I guess it would depend on how you eat. Because like strawberries are red, and if they're green, but if it was like chunky milk, I'm already lactose intolerant anyway, so I love ice cream. I still need it. 15, 20 minutes later,
What at this point this would be like cheap if it's chunky.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
I would just have to like think of cottage cheese. I would drink the milk. All right.
It's cold. Hot, I think it smell. I can't do smell. Like smells fucking me up bad. I'm sorry.
Well, the strawberries wouldn't have like a moldy smell. It would be the milk.
I don't know. Do I have water to wash it down?
It doesn't say it otherwise, so I guess so. 3. I already think I know where you're going with this, but your best friend committed a serious crime, but non-violent, and needs your help to cover it up. If you refuse, they'll go to jail for 25 years.
You asked me if I would do it or not?
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna hide the body.
It's non-violent.
We're gonna figure it out how we're gonna get off. I'll tell you that. Hey, I don't know nothing. That's number one. And I tell people, first 4 years, let me get packed cigarettes, let me get soda, let me get chips. And you hold on everything?
Yeah.
All you got to do was say, I don't know.
For some
But we
cigarettes.
know that you did it. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't even there. Because if you did, I wouldn't be sitting here. This is rule number 1. Don't snitch on yourself, then you won't have to snitch on anybody else. That's number 1. Number 2 is, rule number 1 is don't snitch. That's number 2 is what I just said. Number 3 is, bro, if you're in the interrogation room, 9 times out of 10, they don't have hard evidence on you.
True.
9 times out of 10. And if they do, you know what you tell them is Florida slang. Run that bit, ho. Reply to run it. Run it.
So, yeah, I'm gonna have to help a friend out.
I'm gonna help you out. Yo, what you talking about? You tripping, bro? Like, yo, I'm in a lot of this bullshit. Give me at the gas station one time. Yeah. Then we have a whole conversation there in person.
But they already called your phone.
Yeah, you still ain't gonna finish the conversation there.
What if they match the times of like the time that they think the crime happened and the call log?
I can't say what I want to say because this is being recorded.
I got you.
But I don't care about none of that. Just know we gonna figure it out.
I got you.
And my circle know Cool. We gonna figure it out. How did you come up with that? Don't worry about it. Good. That's it. We never speak of this ever again.
Oh, this is a bad question because you said you're lactose intolerant. It was give up cheese or oral sex.
Cheese.
Obviously.
I actually like cheese though. But I will say
Really?
let's give up cheese. Because I could go without cheese. It's just sorry.
Hold on, because I can find some more. You didn't take that in middle school?
I think I did. I went to Carmen Harvard, and Greenfield, and everything. It's a lot of things that we didn't do.
Well, it was 7th grade in middle school, and they put like a they had like this typing game, and they put like a shoebox, not a shoebox, but like a those paper boxes, like the copy paper boxes. They took like the lid of that and put it over our hands so we couldn't see the keyboard. It made us play the game without looking at the keyboard. That's how I learned.
Just for the record, 18 years of friendship. If y'all can't see the setup that I see on this, he has 2 computer screens and they go between each other. The camera where I didn't even know where the hell the camera was at until he showed me where the camera was at. Secondly, he has like a gaming computer that he does gaming stuff on. This is 18 years of friendship. I didn't know this man knew how to hook up none of this shit. And it amazed the hell out of me because I think it's pretty damn cool.
It's a typical setup, guys. It's nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. All right. So have taste buds on your butthole or poop through your mouth.
Shit, I just got into right now. I'm sorry, but what the hell? Out of everything I just said, 18 years of friendship, he decided to come up with this question right here. What the fuck? What? I'm not sure which one I'm actually supposed to say because it really wasn't there. Poop through my mouth.
Poop through your mouth?
Yeah, so, because I don't know about taste buds in my butthole, I'm going to be rubbing my butt on it.
Well, you still got to poop.
Butthole.
You still got to poop through your butthole.
So then I'm going to be tasting shit either way.
But then you'll have shit mouth.
Taste buds.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Oh. All right. Oh, this one's kind of easy, actually. I'll ask it either way. Have your mom walk in on you while you're losing your virginity, or have someone start in your mouth while eating the mouth. Oh my god! I would. Yeah, that's kind of like the one time thing. I'm gonna do the shark. There was one on here that I saw that was like crazy. I gotta find it. Oh yeah, I got. I just saw it. Okay, which person in this orgy disaster would you rather be? I dropped into my friend's house to give her a birthday cake. I spent all day making, and I saw my best friends having an orgy. I was so sad because I was apparently the one not invited. They said I could join if I wanted to, but you could tell no one really wanted me to. So I left them with the cake and went to the movie theaters by myself instead. So which one would you rather be? The cake, the person who made the cake, or the best friends? What up, CV? What it do?
You? I don't want walking out any of my best friends. I'm choosing the cake on this one.
To watch.
Oh, no. person. There you go.
So sad that you didn't get invited in. Just went to the movie theaters. Okay.
All right. Because I don't want to be involved in that kind of activity with my guy best friends.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right. So here's one. It's really disgusting, and if you have any kids around, please earmuff them. Earmuffs. Keep walking. Keep walking. Go. Go. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Oh man. What do you? What do you say?
That is already disgusting. Who thinks of this? Who the hell? There has to be a person that really thinks of this shit. Who thinks of this? This is disgusting.
Oh my god. All right. What do you swallow your dad's cum?
This is disgusting.
Or swallow your mom's period blood?
Go with your mom. So sorry, but I came out of it. You know, it is what it is. But the first one ain't gonna happen.
It's so disgusting.
If I had to pick and choose, it would definitely be the
Oh
second
my
one.
god, it's so disgusting.
I'm done answering that question. Who the fuck thinks of that kind of stuff, bro?
It's so
That's
nasty.
nasty as hell.
Oh,
I can understand. I can only believe that somebody has legitimate, like, yeah, I would do this, I would do that, whatever. Like, no, that's very questionable and suspect in so many ways.
wow. Let's do this one. I haven't read this one. So, which shitty person would you rather be? It was the first day of volleyball practice, and I ate an entire pot of mac and cheese. We were running laps outside, and I had to poop. The school is closed, so I moved to the woods as quickly as my clenched butt would let me. But there was nothing that could stop the watery mess that was exploding from my asshole. I was forced to sit down in my own messy shit, and my mom had to come pick me up, knowing that standing up would cause the poop to slide down my legs. I opted to crab walk across the entire field. Everyone knew why. So who would you rather be, the pooper, the mom, or the car seat? Why?
I don't give a fuck about that shit. I think shit. Like, legitimately, if it was a situation, God forbid, like that, like, you're not getting in my car with shitty ass, like, that's what I mean. Secondly, if I'm the mom, you're still not getting in my car with shitty ass.
I mean, if your child called you, then obviously you would bring a towel.
So I say this wholeheartedly because I pick up my son for football practice every day for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
When I pick him up, this little motherfucker stinks, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we play football, so
100%. And I don't trip off that because I'm like, you know what? Febreze, wash my car. I gotta get my car detailed pretty much every week anyways. Second, third thing is that's not poop.
You've been in a locker room, you know it smells pretty bad.
But that's not poop. You know, shit lingers. And shit usually stays there for a while. And depending on what kind of shit, it gets stuck in your seat, clothes, whatever the case. I don't know. I would just rather be the pooper because if I had to crab walk, it is what it is. I already took a dump. My thing is though, and maybe whoever wrote this, they didn't think of like wiping shit up with a leaf or whatever. That's the only.
What if it was like poison ivy?
That's the only thing I would like trip me out. Honestly, right there. If I was like, I gotta wipe my ass. I don't know why, but I don't mind being cool. I don't care. I don't get embarrassed easily. That's why. A lot of the time I don't get embarrassed easily. You know me, I don't get embarrassed.
Of course.
Right?
I would be.
There has to be a lot to get embarrassed.
I would be the mom though.
It's a lot. A lot. And a lot, pretty much.
There was this other one. It was this really fucked up question. Maybe it's here. Okay, would you rather have a vagina on your forehead or have penises going down your back like a stegosaurus? You know the stegosaurus is the one with the like horns on the back. So you have penises going down your spinal cord. Okay. Oh, imagine if somebody tried to ask you
guys. Exactly. If somebody trying to fuck my forehead or some crazy shit like that. Like, bro, back up, bro. Somebody nasty.
You know what? You're probably right.
Yeah. Like I know how many people do random shit. Like, bro, like, I wouldn't think about it. It's like, why did you think about it?
Then you just have chicks right in your back.
Worst case scenario, open for maybe, you know.
It's not a bad thing. Okay. Ooh. All right. Would you rather eat an entire pie that somebody spit in, or eat powdered sugar mix with dandruff shavings? Oh my god! Yeah. I would say the same. Don't tell me somebody's spit in your food. True.
Just inhaling it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I'll shave people's head with the electric shaver, and it's literally been crusty as hell.
You know, if that's the case with me, just tell me, bro.
It isn't, because I usually dust it off before I
Wow.
No. I usually dust it off because it helps it slide easier. But that ain't sense. Nasty.
This is the question. All right. Would you rather watch your parents have sex once a day for the rest of your life, or join in once to make it stop? Oh my god, I don't even think I can answer this.
I don't want either or.
Alright, you gotta answer it. I'll answer it. You gotta answer
it. No, I can't answer it. I'm sorry. I can't answer it. I can't. Because it is horrible to even think.
They gotta die sometimes. I'm gonna watch them every day. Because one day it's gonna have to stop.
No, do it.
Oh my god.
I would have to say I lean more towards that one, but I know I can't try it. It's not gonna happen. Who you doing? Oh, you're disgusting.
Oh my god. Alright. That was kind of dumb. Alright, would you rather pee dry sand for the rest of your life, or poo a big hard brick every year on your birthday? Pee sand for the rest of your life, or poo a big hard brick? Really? What if you're just separate? Just like, it's never the same. I mean, you'll build a tolerance to it at some point, right? I'm gonna go with PD dry sand.
I can see that. I lean towards that too, because that's just nasty.
Then if your kids ever wanted like a playground or a sandbox out back,
maybe with your piss.
Oh my god. Yo, seeing that we have another West Orange warrior in the chat who also played football. West Orange County. Tell me about your experience, playing football in the system and the regime that we had to play under.
So when I moved from Connecticut down here in 2001, I wouldn't say standout athlete or anything like that. I'm a big muscle, but I definitely wasn't good football. The first year we playing football here at Citrus High School in Newberry, Florida. The people that know I started. I played on varsity. I started on varsity at the end of my freshman year. 10th grade varsity player. I was happy. And then when I moved to Orlando in 2003 and played on West Orange, that's where things got put into perspective of shitty system. Spoke on system earlier.
Yeah.
There were a few good coaches, but the system was not good. I'll leave it at that. It could have been 10 times better, and I don't know why it was the way it was until my senior year. That's when I realized, so it's just the system that we have the shit. We had athletes that it's no pretty much every year that we played, we legitimately had to decide 5 to 6 athletes or better.
You had a very big pool.
Yes, and I say or better because we had athletes, no hands down, questions without about it. And these athletes that we had, a lot of them, if we were to call a pickup game right now, and if they were to show up, I feel as though we would still do it. We would still do it if we didn't win. But that's just, conversation, speculation. But I just think it's just that we have to be shitty.
I agree.
Leave it at that. Because it's 18 years ago, 20 years ago, we could continue to fight about it, continue to fuss about it, but at the end of the day, it's I think this is what I tell myself now. Enjoy it while you're there. And the school that he goes to, I'm not going to say the school that he goes to, but it's known for having a good football team on both levels, JV and varsity. And I tell him, enjoy it while you're there, because if you graduate high school, if you do choose to go to college, if you choose to play football in college, there's nothing ever that's going to compete to the worry list of high school football.
Yep.
Because high school football for me it's fun, it's enjoyable, it's whatever. It's just having a good time hanging out. Yeah, you get the stresses and all that other stuff, whatever, but it's not like when you go to college and then you play NFL.
Yeah, I agree. We never really talked about it. Honestly, we talked about certain things that happened while we played football, but we never really talked about what did we really think could how it would be. I feel like we had a really good team. And the year before us, we had a really good team as well, and it never panned out. And I feel like it's because of the system that we had. For those of you that play football, we ran a wing team. So that's 3 running backs. You have 2 on either side of an offensive tackle, or maybe even a tight end. And then you had 1 in the backfield directly behind the quarterback. Typically. There's different variations of it, but that's kind of the base set. And we just run a bunch of counters, traps, sweeps, and stuff off of that formation, where there was little to no passing game involved. Rarely unless we got into some shit, would there be a pass attempt made. So playing receiver or anything like of that matter, like it kind of like wasn't it for you, where you had like other teams around you, other schools running what just started to pop off at that time, the spread offense. So 4 receiver sets, a running back, tight end in there, and just throwing the ball all over the field. So we would say the least, I would say, what would you say? Restricted?
I would say limited.
Yeah. And, our abilities. Now, it could have been like trust issues.
I think it was the system.
You think?
I say it was a system because we had athletes. So the trust issues of what? Of the athletes actually getting it done.
Yeah. Well, no.
We had running backs. We had receivers. Hell, we even had tight ends. We were all athletes. Everybody pretty much that was on the field and on the team, for the most part, were athletes.
True.
Legitimately. And I say athletes in the sense of multi-sport athletes. Like we played football, we ran track, we played, some of us played basketball. These different players, they play different sports. So if you're an all-around athlete, you're an all-around athlete. You can adapt to pretty much any situation. And I think that's where the coaching staff itself may have realized. I wouldn't see they realize it. I look at it from this standpoint.
I think somebody realized it, and that person went to another location and ran an offense completely different, and they flourished.
So again, that's where it goes into having those conversations. But again, as we were kids, so we didn't know, we were only going based off of the guidance that was provided for us, and really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Can't really speak too much about it. I could, but it's like,
I mean, why not? I mean, who's gonna be on it?
I just think people in general, they think they know what's best for things and situations when it's clear and cut in front of them. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you can clearly see that you have a group of players that can do the damn thing and you don't use it, whose fault is that? Don't blame them. You're fumbling the ball. Or whoever is fumbling the ball at that point in time. You throw the ball and you got receivers such as yourself that are that's automatically going to get it. Quarterbacks that's going to get the ball there. Running backs that's going to run the ball there, and you don't use them. How does that make any sense? Me, my boss,
stubborn.
That's fine and dandy, but what is that? At what cost?
Very true. Very true.
Like I said, a team that my son plays for, they don't play that shit. You're good, you're good. If you're bad, you're bad. He gets playing time. He doesn't start. Love him to death. He doesn't start, but he gets playing time.
Right.
But it's because of a mistake that he made in practice. And now he has to learn from it, learning experiences. Mm. But with him learning from it, it's a day-to-day conversation with him to make smart decisions. So that way, moving forward, he doesn't have to worry about, whatever comes about, or at least he knows how to deal with it. Right. So now on the football field, these are conversations that his coaches have with him too, which is why I like the school that he goes to, because they don't play the favoritism, they don't play the stubbornness, they don't play this. This isn't working, we adapt and switch. This is working, we're hitting them.
Right.
Oh, they didn't have enough, hit them again. They didn't fall, okay, hit them again. They got enough. Oh, wait, hit them again. And this is why they are 3-1, 2-1, 3-1, 2-1.
Yeah, you got to be cutthroat nowadays to win.
Yep, they lost one game and it was by a fumble, legitimately a fumble. But that's besides the point. Yeah, I think it was a fumble.
So tell us what you got coming up, like what you got like going on or planned for the future. I know you're a very private person, so the stuff that you're willing talk about that you want people to know about.
Association breeds similarity.
Okay. Yeah, we talked about that.
I just got a few things moving along right now. I mentioned earlier about a book or whatever. I started a book recently, during around COVID quarantine time, and I left it on the shelf because it was just one of those things where it got too busy with other things and too, just a lot going on, which I'm perfectly fine with. So recently I started picking it up, and within this time, it's not necessarily research that I did, but definitely a lot of reading is what I did. And, in middle school, they always say reading is fundamental. I think a lot of adults don't read. And not even joking.
I don't read.
Yeah.
I listen to podcasts, but I don't read.
But see, the thing is, even when it goes into listening to podcasts, a lot of people still don't educate themselves in general. Mm-hmm. And so I'm a visual person, so I know what works for me. And I don't push reading on anybody. I don't push reading on, I push it on my son because it's a comprehension aspect and all that other stuff, especially when it goes into the developmental stages of, a minor versus an adult. Cognitively, he has to continue reading and visually seeing the words so things could connect in context, et cetera, et cetera. We're going into detail about that. But when it goes into research aspect, as well as for me, and when it comes to the book, it's more of how do I see things differently from a different perspective. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people aren't open to that aspect of it. So it does even go into reading a book. I don't want to read a book because I don't like to read. Bro, you 45 years old. Oh, what are you doing?
36.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying it. You know what I mean? Like you're that old and you're still saying you don't like it. So what are you trying to do in life in general? You don't want to read a book, let alone try something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's one thing that's going on. Also, expansion with District Grooming Company. I think it's around that time. Also, starting this, and we've had a conversation. I have a plan for everything. Everything I do is pretty much based off of strategy. If it doesn't work out, I adapt very quickly and try my best to adapt very quickly. Expansion. I do have a few places in mind where I want to expand to. And I think it's going to be beneficial towards the company as well as going to make everything look good. Also, when I do expand, it's going to be an add-on in addition to the vibe that I already have and the culture that's being created with District Grooming Company. And that's the beautiful part of it. I think if you can, adapt as well as, have something added to it, essentially, why not? And a lot of people, they like stagnant. I don't like stagnant. Stagnant scares me.
Yeah, it makes me jittery.
100%. I agree with that.
I need to move.
Other than that, it's forward motion, man. It's not anything that me long enough, and things that it is what it is. It's just forward motion. I don't look at being stuck in the same place for too long. Anything after a year, I like to reevaluate things. I literally sit down in the room by myself and be like, okay, so what did we do good this year? Usually at the end of the year, I have a recap of what went good and what went bad. Then I check over financial statements, what went good and what went bad, and do both of those add up together. I know it sounds crazy, but it's like,
it doesn't sound crazy at all.
If you had a good year, you
want to know exactly what made that year good.
And more than likely, money made the year good. Mm-hmm. People say, oh, no, that doesn't. I've never met a happy broke person.
That's a fact.
Never.
That's a fact.
What Plies say?
Only in those Disney movies have we met a happy broke person.
About reality here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plies said it the best. The most, what he said, the person who invented Robin must have been broke.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's like 03, 04 Plies too, by the way, if y'all ain't know that.
It's young.
100%. You know what I mean? That's like Plies back in the day, tall T, 40-inch cable chain Plies. But a lot of people in general, and that's just for me, it's if those two things don't correlate to each other, and then the family aspect and everything and whatever your faith is, well, a lot of people don't believe in faith nowadays. It's a touchy subject, but I would definitely say if everything is in alignment, everything should go good. And so that's where me is keeping everything in alignment of what I want to do and how I want to do it for 2023, 2024, and 25 right now. So I think that's where we're at with moving forward, if that makes any sense.
Not 100%. So look forward to all that growth, bro. But first and foremost, I appreciate you coming on to the stream. I mean, it's been fun. Hopefully you had fun.
I did have fun.
Good. We're gonna bring you back on, maybe in a different capacity, different scenery, maybe even the shop. Who knows?
Hey, put it up there. Next time.
I love this guy for always being innovative, being the guy that he is, and being a good friend, and looking to help out when he can. So again, thank you for coming on, bro. Appreciate you. Any last plugs you want to drop, like some IGs, some websites, whatever?
Go ahead and follow me at Tahoeinthemorninggg, TAHOEN.
It's in the title.
IN
over there.
The THE morning with 3 G's.
3
G's.
Not 2, not 1.
2.
3.
You see my face on it without shades. Secondly, also follow District Grooming Company on Instagram. District Grooming Company is just spelled out as is District Grooming Company. Yeah, we're doing big things over here. That's one thing about us. Trying to stay humble as possible, because at the end of the day, it wasn't possible. It is possible now for us. So,
yep, 100%. But hey, appreciate you guys for tuning in, liking what we got going on here, and we'll try to do this. Not every Sunday, but every other Sunday, kind of as a surprise for you guys, to bring a different dynamic to the stream. But make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff on all social platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff. And like he said, follow him on his IG. Go to his website, book yourself an appointment, go see him
as well.
Tonzo and Maine as well. If you need to purchase some merch like this shirt here and like some grooming stuff for your husband, your boyfriend, for yourself, whatever. But yeah, that's it. Talk to y'all later.